What's happening, people? It's your boy, Quota with Cheese, and it is time. It's finally time for another podcast here. We're getting ready to dive into these subjects here, and we got a full roster of commentators this podcast. I'm glad to be joined by all these boys here. I'm about to bring them all into the conversation and introduce them.
That's
So for the podcast this time, I'm gonna start at the very top of my little list of people in the chat here. I got that man PFG Professor Frank.
Yep.
And then I got my man Adam Up. Adam Up. And I got Alex 2.0. That man Game for Days, the Silent Assassin. I got KJC 101, my boy KJC. And then we got yours truly, followed by the man Bryce.
it's rice.
This
You
man.
didn't say my name.
Oh
You
man.
didn't say my name.
And then we got that man Billy Blade.
Wait, Billy's in here? Take him out.
We got Usagi. The sack supreme is in here. Usagi.
Destroy him. What?
And then, then we got my man Ouija in here. And then last but definitely not least, my boy Daniel DNA.
Yeah.
Oh, he start. Get this out.
Do the Quan, idiot.
Put him on the sideline.
And in 2020, that man Billy still needs to get his mic fixed. All right, so let's get into this. Let's get into these topics right here. Now we're gonna start with a rather somber topic. It involves the shooting of a 25-year-old African American named Ahmad Arbery. This shooting happened in Georgia. The base of the story is the guy was jogging through a neighborhood, and a father and son saw the man running through the neighborhood. Apparently, they thought he was looking suspicious, and they took it upon themselves to go out, chase this man down, and looks like they shot him 3 times with a shotgun and killed him.
With a shotgun?
Yeah.
Yeah, the video's in Content Corner if anyone wants to watch it. It's really graphic.
And this whole situation played out like in February. So and like they're just now like there's enough of eyes on it, and like there was like a bunch of people that in the community marched and like in front of the guy's house, the 2 people that shot the guy's house, and like they just got arrested. I think yesterday is when they finally arrested him. But like yeah, I was looking at this article right here where like the original DA that investigated the case tried to say that that they were justified in shooting him. So like it was like a huge social issue. I heard about the story the first time myself personally. I was listening to a podcast of like some comedians that were talking about it, and like it's a big social issue. So I know there's a few of you guys that are wanted to talk about this. So I'm gonna open the floor up to you guys, and y'all can talk about it right now.
So I'll go first because I'm really emotional to this type of stuff. First off, coming from the father and son, that was very unethical. That was embarrassing, and that was straight up disgusting. Like, I'm not gonna leave out the cameraman because also the cameraman just stood there and watched it. He was also with them as well. And so my problem is, the man was jogging, and so what hits your mind is, hey, there's this black guy, and so recently some black people were robbing houses, and this innocent black man is just jogging around the neighborhood. Let's just gun him down and be vigilantes about this stuff, so we can get a trophy out of it, so everyone can know our name. That's the problem. That's the problem I have about that. That's the problem I have about that.
Exercise anymore.
I think it was more than just like, we're just gonna shoot this dude. I think that there was a 911 call that they saw the man jogging and they thought it was him. But my thing is that even if you were gonna go out and like catch this man, you literally didn't have to kill him. Like there was other ways you could have gone through that besides shooting the man.
Most importantly, I don't want to cut off anyone, but most importantly, when you do own the right to a firearm, right? Usually the first thing they always tell you is to try and talk with that assailant or whatever, so you get their side before you go out firing rounds on people.
Yeah. And they're they're like their families, like, people that have been like the cops and like the police force and stuff like that, so they're trained to handle situations like this. So it's not like they were just like, oh, I didn't know where to shoot or stuff like that. They knew what they were doing.
They
But
knew what they were doing.
yeah, but there was like, it's really messed up because I watched that video, and it's really sad to like see that man
Yeah.
just get gunned down like that.
What is it? So I say this has been like a thing for months, and
Yeah.
like I said, it took the whole of social media to push this forward so they can continue investigating.
Yeah.
How does it take a month to, hey, you just killed someone, let me just put you behind bars? What? A month? A month? You? Oh, oh my gosh! I almost got really
Yeah.
heated by this
And there was
part.
literally like evidence that this man
Yeah.
shot him and stuff like
What
that.
is
So it
it?
wasn't like, oh, we're
They
investigating
had
whether if it was
this is
him or
yeah.
not.
This isn't the first time the jury has watched the video. They've watched the video already, but the thing about it is that there was new jury that watched with fresh eyes. The people already watched it with old eyes and didn't care. The fresh eyes were the reason that they pushed this. So social media and also the fresh eyes of the jurors were the reason that they pushed this investigation forward. Other than that, they would have just called him a lost cause. And I hope you guys are looking at this. But this is like the Michael Brown type of no, it's not Michael Brown. It's like Trayvon Martin.
Yeah,
It's
yeah.
like
I was like,
Trayvon Martin all the way, dude. It's like Trayvon Martin, identical, identical.
I just want to
So yeah,
say a little bit on this extra, but this is exactly why I don't really do a lot of running around. Like it's just hard to know. You never know what other people's mindsets are, and it shouldn't be happening in 2020 in America. It's sad to see
Especially
that
what's
it's that.
going on.
Yeah, especially with the COVID-19 stuff. Like you think that something like that would make people like kind of come closer together, but yeah, like seeing stuff like this, it's like a big slap in the face to keep your eyes open, basically.
yeah.
But yeah, that was some crazy stuff. Anybody else want to touch on this? I don't know if anybody else was aware of the situation, because I had just heard about it on Thursday.
I feel like they also set a bad example for the son too.
The
I just
world's
realized
just
that.
messed up.
Okay, how you gonna be like, hey son, they gonna kill this one dude because he looks suspicious. Like, excuse me?
well, I mean, yeah, as I said, there was more factors into why they. Because I'm like, it's not like they were literally well, they hunted this man down, but it's not like it was like for no cause. Like they knew that there was a burglar around the area, but as I said, my thing is that you didn't have to kill this man. Like you shot him multiple times. This man was not gonna like straight up kill you. You're the ones with the guns. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he had no firearm.
Yeah, and there was like this man like didn't have any stolen items on him either. So it was like, if you're this dude's just running around, there's a burglar in the area, and he doesn't have anything on him. Why would you still think that he's robbing areas?
This is what happens when you assume stuff. Like when people just
Yeah,
make assumptions. Like,
it's assuming stuff combined with just racism
I
and
felt
just like
so
not segregation, but like just
I
having
felt so
certain
bad
ideas of
for
people.
yeah. I felt so bad for the father because after they won the whole trial thing, he said it feels amazing, but I would rather have my son back.
Yeah,
Dude, that hit my heart so hard, man.
yeah, true.
Wait, the guy that died was his son?
yeah, the father.
Oh
I
yeah, I
thought you meant
probably
the
didn't
father
tell
died.
the story very well for y'all to understand. But yeah, like the mom and the dad did both speak on their son like after that whole stuff happened.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
pretty sad.
I thought you meant the father. They having the father.
Oh
Jesus
no,
No,
it
it
was
was
his
the, it was
son.
their son.
No, it was
that
the son.
killed.
But like
Cause that's fucked.
there
That's
was
fucked.
the two people that were like the vigilante guys. There was a father and son on that end.
Yeah.
There
Yeah,
were
and
like
the reason why they didn't instantly arrest him was because the son was like his father was like a part of the police force, so they considered it as if he was investigating the situation and
Yeah.
stuff like that. That's what they did. That's what they tried to cover it up with.
That's so fucked.
Yeah.
2020, my boys. It's crazy.
Yeah.
we didn't seen so much crazy stuff this year. Like in the
Yeah,
5 months,
this is honestly the worst year.
2020, like it's only 5 months old, and with the amount of crazy stuff that has just happened this year is just it's like unbelievable, my boys. But like I wanted to get into this first because I was like, let's get that serious business out of the way. So like
Yeah.
let's transition into the more comfortable confines of games and all that good stuff, my boys. Let's talk about some of this stuff. Like this is one of the things that was high on my mind of Switch sales. Nintendo Switch has been out since March 3rd, 2017. I just saw an article, I want to say last week, that they had passed 55.7 million units. And this was as of, I think that they said as of like April or something like that. So like, and they got a big boost from the COVID-19 people staying at home and whatnot. And like, you can't even find a Switch now anywhere. It's like they're like not able to produce enough of them with the COVID-19, like it kind of shutting down people's economies. But like, I got like a little table here, you guys, of like hardware sales of like the systems, lifetime sales. The Wii is still on top of the sales, 101 million units, and then
Yeah.
the NES is in second at 61 million, and then the Switch is in third right now at 55, almost 56 million. So the thing that I
Like,
want to bring
usually
up
the
to you
best
guys,
selling console.
like, because there was weird, like I couldn't believe when I saw the chart that the NES was still so high on the list of sales. Because think about how long the NES was, like its life cycle, and it was like the first system that they had that made. So, bro, like, let's talk about this though and put this in perspective. Like the Wii U is at the bottom, like 13.5 million units. It's considered a flop. But like the GameCube, and I thought GameCube did really well, and it was like 21 million units is what the lifetime sales was for the GameCube. But dang, my boys, I'm looking at the chart. I don't know if any of y'all guys have seen it, but like man, like I can't imagine. What do y'all think as far as the Switch sales right now? Do y'all think it's going to catch the Wii in lifetime sales before they come out with the next Switch?
Maybe.
Because they got a lot of ground to make up, but they're pretty close to catching the NES in lifetime sales for a second. But like, and just remember, just think that the Switch just barely is in its third year of most consoles last like 3 to 6 years on the life cycle before they come out with something new. Except for the 3DS is like ancient. It's like forever ever. They just
9 years.
reinvented it.
9 years.
You think that the Switch will last 9 years, or is that 3DS life?
And I'll say about 7 years ish. It would be like that long.
So do you think it'll catch the Wii or the original Wii at 101 million units?
What, the Switch?
Should catch up
Yeah.
to the Wii U.
Yeah, for sure. More people are buying the Switch like right now than because it's the newer console. Like obviously it's gonna sell more.
And also people are stuck at home because of COVID-19.
Yeah.
They probably could have got more sales if they would have had units ready. But like with like everything being shut down in China, because the whole COVID thing started in China, so like that's
Well, I mean,
like
even if they had more units, they wouldn't have like the people to like ship them out and stuff like that. Like the shipping process is still what's like a huge bottleneck in like giving people their Switches and stuff.
yeah. So like even in all this stuff that's going on, they've been able to still move units like well enough for them to like keep the Switch in like people's mind in the forefront.
Yeah.
But like I don't think like looking at these numbers, I don't see the Switch catching the Wii. Like the Wii in itself, I'm not saying that the Switch doesn't have the potential to surpass the Wii, but like the Wii was groundbreaking in the time that it was released because it was a different way to play games. Like it was more like motion controlled. It was like the grandfather of motion controls basically in home consoles. Like I mean they've already been experimenting with motion controls on previous consoles, but like the Wii is like where it kind of like all came together. But like I just don't know if they can move another 50 in like before they come out with a new console. Because it's going to take them moving another 40 something million before they even get close to sniffing the Wii.
I guess it depends on like, cause right now developers are still trying to get their games on the Switch right now. So Nintendo's probably going to keep the Switch up and not um release their new console until like people are like not buying it. Cause
Yeah,
right now
true.
the numbers are still going up. They're
So,
probably going to wait until they like levels out for them to like start actually working on their new consoles. So
oh,
it'll probably pass the Wii. That's if they're doing it that way though.
Or
Hmm.
Nintendo probably stop making consoles. That's just me, White Hood.
you think that they're
Well,
going to.
Nintendo really never made like true consoles. They always had like some sort of gimmick with it.
I think the out of the all the systems that I've seen them make, like the GameCube is probably the proper like game console.
Yeah,
Like
and then they sort of branched off to other stuff.
like they had gimmicks on the GameCube too, with like the link cable and like the what was that huge honking Game Boy Advance add-on that you put on the bottom of it, and you could play your Game Boy Advance games on the
I
actual.
know what you're talking about.
I can't even. I think it's like Game Boy Advance Player or something like that.
I thought it
That's
was
for the
called the
GameCube.
Super Game Boy.
Bro, I had.
Yeah.
Isn't it called the Game Boy Player or something?
Yeah, I was gonna say my GameCube was all decked out back in the day. I had all the add-ons. I had like the modem
I still have my
adapter and all
GameCube.
that.
The Super Game Boy is for the Super Nintendo, while the Game Boy Player is for the GameCube.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay, so yeah, I still have my
I got- I
GameCube.
got-
I was playing it the other day.
I got my Game Boy Player for $15.
Bro, how'd you get it so cheap?
I bought it at a Swap Mates.
I have my Game Boy since I was like 5. I still have it. To this day.
I never have a Game Boy in my life, so.
I had the watered down Game Boy.
So.
I had the micro.
Mm.
I have the SP also.
I just had the Advance.
I had the micro.
I have the SP, the definitive edition.
Does anyone know what the
Dang.
micro is?
Now I do know what the micro is. It doesn't play Game Boy or Game Boy Color games.
Yeah,
Just
I know.
Advance.
It's like the tiny Game Boy Advance.
Yeah.
Oh, you think? Oh, Game for Day says you think that it will surpass the Wii. He says because ideas for a new console are probably limited. Oh no, they probably already been working on the next console. I ain't gonna.
Well, I mean,
as soon as the Switch came out, they were already R&D was already on the next thing. Like they have more time now to
Wii U
keep
2?
developing right now because the
Wii
Switch
U
is.
2 is coming out, guys.
Well, I mean, with companies like Sony and Microsoft, all they really can do is just bring more power to their consoles.
Last
And, like
of Us
pretty
2,
much everyone
Call
that owns like a PS4 and like Xbox, they also own a Switch because the Switch provides that portability and stuff. So it'll pretty much outsell any of their consoles unless Sony wants to get into like, you know, pioneering into like all these gimmicks and stuff.
Yeah.
But so y'all are saying y'all think that it will surpass the Wii in lifetime sales by the
Depending
end of
on
its
how much
cycle.
time they give it. If they give it enough
all-
time before they release their next console, it'll for sure pass it.
We all know it cannot surpass the Wii U 2.
Or the NX.
The NX is the Switch.
NX is his own console. Trust me.
Bruh. The NX was like the prototype name for the Switch.
Well, I'm still doubting it. I'm thinking 50 is a nice, but like we're halfway through the life cycle of the Switch is what I'm thinking. If it lasts 3 to 6 years, and by 2023 we'll have the next Nintendo console. So unless they can sell another 50.
You
that-
also thought
That's
that
pretty
Netflix was gonna
early.
die, and Netflix is still doing good.
Nah, you just think that Netflix ain't dying
Bruh.
at the vine, my boy. Give Netflix a couple of years, my boy.
Netflix is good. We got Stranger Things. We got a few. We got Nerd.
Nintendo doesn't have streaming games except for their cloud services,
Hey,
but they're not good.
I came to
Actually,
get
they
my
might
Switch
use
for
this time to-
games. I don't care about Netflix on my Switch, honestly.
Mhm.
I got a computer and a phone. I'm good.
Honestly, if
you
we're
could
gonna
get
be honest-
Xbox Game Pass. You could get Xbox Game Pass then on the PC.
If we're gonna be honest, this is like a perfect time for Nintendo to start doing their partnerships. 'Cause since they're already partnered up with Microsoft, Microsoft can help them on some ends. They're really like honest and into it.
I,
The thing is,
I need
Microsoft-
Microsoft to help them with this damn internet online infrastructure, my boy. I'm tired of
Microsoft's
this.
not really benefiting from anything.
this
Yeah, I
online
mean,
is
the most thing to
trash,
It's
do is
mainly
bro.
Nintendo benefiting
PUBG
more
on
than
there.
Microsoft is.
How can you
I mean,
lag
Microsoft
on
brought,
playing on the
as
NES?
always,
I don't
Yeah,
understand.
they bought everything, but the thing is, Nintendo really didn't do anything in return except for Minecraft cosplay.
Yeah, that's back.
Minecraft
I
cosplay.
mean, what else would they do though in return?
They didn't do anything else. That's the thing.
I mean,
They
because
didn't do anything
Nintendo's
else.
for sure not gonna give anyone else their exclusives.
I mean, they
That's
did
like
that for the
sure.
CDI. They did that for the CDI.
That's my favorite Nintendo console.
Yeah, I remember for Hotel Mario and for the Zelda CDI games, they did it for that.
No. I'm
Like
all about
super
the
long
real
ago.
life Zelda game. That real life Zelda game is the classic.
Zelda Adventure? You talking about Zelda
Yeah,
Adventure?
heck yeah. That's the real game. Porter needs to play the real game.
But yo, so like I'm still doubting that the Switch is gonna get to Wii. But y'all guys there, y'all have faith in Nintendo, and Nintendo y'all trust. But I know Nintendo they tend to shoot themselves in the foot whenever they get on top of the mound. For some reason they have a problem maintaining their supremacy whenever they have those innovative gameplays and gimmicks and all that stuff. They always find the way to muck it up and then like misstep. So we'll see how it plays out. In 2023, we might be doing a podcast. Y'all boys will be like, "See, Porter, we told you it was gonna pass." But as of right now, only time will tell. Right now, I don't want to see none of y'all going out and buying those Switches. I know all of y'all got a Switch sitting in y'all's house. Don't be trying to push the agenda so that they can get to 100 mil. All right, I'm gonna need y'all to stay at home.
I don't got that type of money.
No, the Wii U
Most
2
likely,
is gonna be out.
yeah, most likely they'll do like a better version of the Switch, and everyone will just cash in their old Switch.
Oh yeah, bro, I forgot about that. Oh yeah, they're about to pass 100 mil. I can already see it. Because as soon as that Switch Pro come out, your boy's about to go cop one.
Yeah, they said that. What is it? I forgot who said it, but one of the Nintendo's like representatives were like, "Nah, we're not doing a Switch Pro, so y'all better like sit down." But I'm like, y'all gonna do a Switch Pro? We'll be honest.
They're waiting for that sell profit to stop going up. They're gonna be like, "Y'all slowing down this month? All right, let's make that announcement." They got it ready to go.
Everyone's just waiting for a Nintendo Direct right now. That's it.
It's not gonna happen.
But you guys just got one.
A true direct.
Not really. Me personally, I don't care, but they're still not satisfied. They want an actual Nintendo Direct.
So while we talk about directs, let's talk about E3 2020, my boy.
Ooh, that's not gonna happen.
So E3 2020 is gone. It canceled.
We're gonna wait until E3
canceled.
They gave me my money back and my airline tickets back and my Airbnb money back, so we good now. We good.
So now with everybody doing digital presentations and whatnot, well, my first question is, do y'all think that Nintendo's going to do a some kind of show related to E3 or not?
They're not.
They're not
likely.
going to do an E3 like direct.
They'll probably just do a direct.
Yeah.
Actually, no. Hold up.
Do an E3 direct.
They're not gonna do a direct, but they're gonna do something Smash related because they said they're gonna do something around June unless they specifically specify it got delayed.
Mm.
They're gonna do something
They
next
can't.
month.
I guess they can't like host tournaments or whatever that, or any of that, because everyone's complaining about Smash Online.
They're not going to.
Yeah, but they usually do like the Mario Maker stuff and all that.
Yeah.
in E3.
Yeah, but I'm just saying.
Like the Splatoon
Yeah,
2.
but that's not their primary
Nah,
focus.
before we do those
Yeah,
Mario
it's
Maker
usually
stuff,
that
it's
and then a
it's
direct.
online, I'm
That's
not
basically
doing
all
too. Not
Nintendo
supposed
comes
to
to
make
E3
fix
for.
online.
No, but the thing is, we're supposed to get
Fix
Arm's
what, Ouija?
character next month.
You know how delayed that
Yeah, so they'll
process
probably do that, but that's like that's not like E3 related kind of. That's just
It
like
is, like,
talking about.
here's the thing. Do you remember 2015 when they had a direct based around Smash? That's basically what we could get.
Well, yeah, I guess that's because they sort of planned it so it can land on E3, so they can get more.
Yeah,
attention. I guess that's what they're
probably
doing
what
with
they're gonna
ARMS.
do.
They can still
That's
do
probably-
more stuff than just that. They can probably do, I don't know, some indie stuff or other directs.
I mean, here's the thing too. For that case, we had a direct. Well, actually, no, we had no director in 2016, but they only showed off like a few games at the Treehouse event. So it's basically not the first time that this something like this is gonna happen, where they're basically gonna not show off anything.
So wait, so like they basically did nothing but like a small like demonstration. Then they did a treehouse event basically.
They did it. No, they did only a Treehouse event for that year, which was 2016, and the only playable game they had over there was Breath of the Wild.
Oh, can I butt in? Can I butt in?
Yeah.
Go ahead.
Most likely you won't see an E3. Gonna be straight up honest. You guys won't
Well,
even
yeah,
see
because
it in E3 next year.
every other company is like doing their own.
Yeah, that's the thing. Everyone now knows you could just present everything.
E3 next year, even though
You know how much? Yeah,
it's
people are gonna
not-
save
E3 's
so
dead
much
now.
money off this. E3 is basically dead now.
Yeah,
No one
E3 's
has
not.
no reason.
It was
to go.
dead this year. No, it was going to be dead this year, even if the virus wasn't a thing.
Yeah, so
Because Sony's never going to come back. And then eventually Nintendo is just going to get bored and say, we're
Yeah.
wasting money.
But the thing about that is like Nintendo's like
money.
Nintendo's really creative though. They're hella creative with their booth. So
Yeah,
it's
but
just
they're
like
also cheap, so they'll just everyone's just gonna go digital and just do their directs.
and on top of that, Nintendo when it comes to the E3 presentations, they've straight up just told other companies, you know, you can just release you just tell everyone about your new games now if you want to. We really don't care anymore. And it's like, oh wow, okay.
Yeah, E3 is dead, honestly.
Okay.
So I missed what Ouija was trying to. He was trying to say something. Well, Bryce and Usagi were.
Go ahead, Ouija.
Yeah, he was saying something about they needed to fix something before he even was like, and I don't even know if he was because I was trying to hear him, but I couldn't hear him.
Same.
He might have been talking about the Smash Online, maybe. I don't know.
No. I wasn't dead about E3. I was saying how basically people like Microsoft, Ubisoft, Limited Games, and Devolver Studios, also EA2 are gonna have events next month for like around when E3 was supposed to happen.
Yeah, so that it's like a digital E3 basically, which is probably gonna happen next year, even though E3 is probably
Yeah,
not gonna
but
happen.
Sony or Nintendo has not confirmed anything yet.
It's just gonna be like June's just gonna be the month that a bunch of announcements are gonna come. And you don't really
they're
have to
having
buy
it
tickets to
around
go to E3 or
E3.
anything. It's just free announcements basically, honestly.
Yeah.
There's
Yeah,
only
most will
three
probably just be
presentations I
like-
cared about was Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo. Everybody else can sit down. But I mean,
they'll probably like distribute like keys and stuff to people so they can still like play games, like how they did. Like if you can still like play demos of games, they'll probably do that. You might have to pay for that, but other than that,
That's
everything
fine.
else is gonna be digital.
That's fine, but it's gonna be worth hundreds of dollars still. They're probably gonna do that, knowing them.
yeah, I think Billy, KJC, and Ouija on that fort. So I might not get Ouija again until they get out of the match. So the last thing that I got on my list of things to chit chat about.
I was about to do
I
that.
mean, we're not playing right now, but
Bro, I was like, them boys was about to get on it real quick. Hold up.
Forget the podcast. We
I
about
was
to
like,
get
sure,
up.
we about to listen to the podcast while we play the game. But yeah, I was trying to figure out what Ouija was talking about earlier. I was trying to get. I couldn't stop Bryce and Usagi. They were on a roll, my boy.
Yeah, that's my bad.
Stop them
I
right
was
now.
talking about the fact about how also they don't need to fix like they need to fix Ultimate Online, but like they also need to fix Mario Maker because like when you play it's just like very lag.
Oh, is Mario Maker laggy too?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yo.
Yeah, and stuff.
A lot of
But they would
Nintendo
need to fix like their
stuff are laggy.
servers and stuff, kind of. That
Yeah,
just takes a
probably-
lot. That honestly, server work just takes a lot of work to do. And
Yeah,
if
it's
the
probably
Switch, if the Switch sales are still going up and people are still buying the games, then why wouldn't Nintendo really fix their servers if people are still going to buy the game?
exactly.
Porter,
You would legit need to boycott them.
Yo.
you seen Animal Crossing? People are flying in that game.
No
Wait,
kidding.
what?
If you're online with someone, sometimes someone can go flying in that game. They'll just zoom away like it's nothing.
I'm
Like,
more interested in Creature Street.
No, that game is garbage.
so you're talking about like people lag so bad that like they teleport or they look like they're flying.
Yeah, that's what I was saying. Like, I swear, I get out of my,
I
my
guess this
house,
is bad.
and then I see my friend zooming away. I'm like, what the hell?
I'm gonna be real. The Wii U server way better. man, because
And it's free.
yeah, like why? And Nintendo,
It's
but
free.
Nintendo gonna make people pay. That should have at least made it a
I
little
mean,
bit
you
better.
get what you pay for it. Honestly, it's $20 a year.
Bro,
It's
It's
free.
why is the Wii U service better than the Switch ones then?
That's true.
well, eventually Nintendo's gonna have to make more money. Like Nintendo's
No,
always
you know what
looking
they're
for
gonna
more
do?
money, so eventually they're gonna hop on the pay for internet bandwagon.
You know what Nintendo's
I mean,
gonna
yeah,
do?
but like,
Everybody's praising the Wii U's online so much, they're just gonna shut down the online just for everyone to suffer on the Switch Online. They're gonna do that. I'm calling it.
Oh yeah, fair.
oh, Rip Jose then, Rip Jose.
Good points though.
Game for Day said we should talk about Nintendo Switch home screen though. It looks plain like, come on Nintendo.
Right,
Well,
what
You
are
can
my
mod the
wallpapers?
honestly,
What are my
yeah,
wallpapers?
you can mod it, but like honestly, I really like at first I was like, oh, themes would be cool, but like I'm not gonna be looking at my home screen that much.
Shoot, I am.
Bro, no,
You
dude,
have
I
two
will be
hours.
playing my
Dude,
games.
I have a Pokemon wallpaper.
Dude, you're
I'm
literally
like,
gonna
yeah, that
you're literally
wallpaper
gonna
is
look at the
clean.
home screen. No, no, listen, you're literally gonna look at the home screen for like 2 seconds and then you're gonna load up your game.
Nah, but
That's
it's
it.
like you're customizing your Switch, so people know you're
Yeah.
quirky and stuff like that.
It's
Well,
the idea that counts. It's
I mean,
not,
yeah, but I
it's
mean,
not
after a
the
while,
fact
it's
that
like,
you're gonna look at it.
All that made me think about was when I left my Switch on the back of that chair.
I don't know.
I
They
missed the
could
startup
do it.
noises.
I mean, it's a nice feature, but like, for me, it's like I don't really care if it's there or not. Like, I'll use it if
Whoa.
it's there, but I mean, if it's not, I really don't. It doesn't really affect me.
Wait, while we're talking about things that the Switch needs, bro, did y'all know that the home button is supposed to light up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bro, when are they
Yeah.
gonna release the update that actually makes it light up,
They-
my boy?
They
They were
already-
probably,
Well, didn't
they
the
were
Wii
probably
U's
going
home
to,
button light up?
a while
Nah,
ago,
they
there was
already
a.
sent out that update.
Oh, they did?
They sent out, like,
Yeah.
months. Yeah, they sent that out like months ago.
Yeah, it works
Yeah.
if you plug up your Pro Controller to your PC.
Yeah, it works on the Pro Controller too. There's an LED in it.
Yo. But,
Yeah,
but like,
they were probably
wasn't it supposed to like light up if like one of your friends sent you an invite or something? So like
Oh,
they have
really?
Yeah, that's what they're planning to
Wait,
do because Nintendo, like a while ago, they added a feature that was like alerts, like message alerts or something. It was
Yeah.
something like that.
some,
Like,
bro.
it never worked. So they're definitely planning to do something with like messages.
Didn't
Get an
didn't
audio
the,
jack though.
Yeah, game
Didn't
it,
the
it
Wii
lights
U
up if
have-
you plug in. So like if you try to plug it into your
Uh-oh.
PC, it will light up.
Can we get an audio jack though? Straight up.
Yeah, that would be nice. Honestly.
Didn't the
They
Wii
could
U
probably
have
do-
like the home button light up?
They
Yeah.
could probably do like an adapter, like Xbox did.
Yo.
No, they actually do have those. You can
Bro.
actually plug in an Xbox or PS4 controller to the Switch if you want to.
No, as
You
in
just
like
have to buy
no,
an
like
add-on.
audio jack, so you can like plug.
Don't
in
you
your
need like
headphones.
a? Don't you?
Because right now
need
you
like
need to plug it into like the actual Switch, and sometimes like right now for me, my Switch is like not close to me, so I wouldn't be able to like use my voice chat.
Yeah, when I was at Little Tokyo, one of my friends brought their PS4 to play Smash for some reason. They played the Smash with a PS4 controller.
Ugh. I don't like controllers, honestly.
Then you play Smash with an Xbox
The Pro
controller, even more
Controller, bro,
disgusting.
the
you
Pro
can do that
Controller's
too.
like
You can do that too.
game for days. The Pro Controller's like really I find the Pro Controller like really.
I like the Pro
comfortable.
Controller. I have 3 of them.
I don't like the D-pad.
Hey, Pro Controller.
I mean, yeah, the
That's bad.
D-pad.
See, I told y'all that man Daniel Rich. Look at this nonsense right here. This man got 3 Pro Controllers. This man is rich, all right?
He's not as
I'm
rich
not
as Justin.
rich.
Justin's more rich. Justin's like the richest person in the cinema. What are
Oh
you
yeah,
talking
my
about?
bad. I forgot about Justin.
I mean, all the kids.
Yeah, Justin
all the
exists.
kids-
That man's rich.
Everyone under 12 is
That's a model.
rich.
We're gonna make that a
That's a
podcast
model.
topic next time. We're gonna talk about who the richest person is.
No contest.
Justin's the richest. His dad's a model.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Hello?
Bro.
What I was gonna bring up with the home screen in the background is that Reggie has already, like he said when he was actually working, that he was gonna add that to the Switch, but like we still haven't got it. Yeah, he said that was like before Smash was actually announced. There's a
Hold
whole
up, I forgot
conference
what
about
Reggie's
it.
working for.
I don't think Reggie is like. I guess he can try to like encourage them to do it, but he can't like. I don't think he has the power to like. Actually
Nah, Bowser's in charge.
Like,
No, he said no. He
Yeah,
was the one that
Bowser,
announced
yeah.
Smash. He soft announced Smash and Metroid.
Well, I mean, that's
He-
him announcing it. Like, it's not like the Nintendo probably told him to do that and stuff. Like, cause like companies like to do that. Like, yeah, okay, you're gonna announce like this stuff and like stuff like that. But I don't know. He could have the power to do that. Well, right now he doesn't work there, so. R.I.P.
I
Reggie.
mean, it was in the works. No, you can't be.
We're gonna have
It
to
was
rely
in
on
the
Bowser
works.
now. We're gonna have to rely on Doug Bowser.
Let's go, Bowser. Use your
Let's-
side smash.
Has Bowser even did anything yet? But I swear I haven't seen anything.
I haven't heard
Man,
anything
Bowser
about
ain't
Bowser.
doing nothing, my boy. That
Why
man.
isn't
Bro,
Yeah.
we
Oh,
still
thank
haven't
you.
even gotten like more like
Bro,
icons. for
Reggie
this.
was more
gameplay-
interested.
It's ridiculous.
Can I say something about Reggie right now? He's working right now as the board of directors for Spin Master. That's what he's doing.
I thought he got like a huge share of stock for GameStop.
He's doing that too, apparently. I don't know what's
Same
even
thing,
happening.
Reggie
but I
got
know-
everything.
So Reggie hella rich.
No, but Game Freak said, why isn't there an internet browser on the Switch? The reason why there
Porn.
is people are hacking. People are hacking and we use it.
I was gonna say because of Tails, but all right, that works too. The porn shit.
Yeah, people are hacking
Wait,
their.
what did Tails do? Wait a minute, what did he do?
Oh, you don't want to know what Tails does with his Wii U.
Yeah, no.
Oh,
No. Next subject, please. Next subject, please.
Just don't ever
I
use
don't
that
wanna
man's
know
gamepad.
anymore.
That's all I'm saying.
Shit has
What's
fucking.
crazy is that they don't have
but why
Netflix
think
on
on
Switch.
Wii U?
Wait,
What's
how
crazy?
you-
Yeah, I mean.
But we.
Netflix
It's
is
funny,
on
yeah, we got
Wii U,
Yeah, they got
but not
Hulu, but
Netflix.
not
on
Netflix.
Switch.
Oh, where's Netflix?
Yeah, where Netflix at?
Yo, where's Crunchyroll?
I feel like
Where's
at this point it's
Crunchyroll?
more. I feel like at this point it's more like Netflix.
Where am I?
Oh no 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 no.
Where am
No,
I?
no, no, no,
Has
no,
Netflix
what-
said anything about wanting to put
No,
their
no.
stuff on the Switch?
So what I've heard is that Netflix is ready to go. That's the thing, but like Nintendo can just upload it like that, but they just don't want to because Reggie himself said right now we just need to focus on games, and later on you could just do
Well, I mean,
like
if it's such
yeah.
an easy
There's a,
upload, then why
there's a
not?
video
Why
on
not do
YouTube.
it?
I'll get the link. I'll get the link.
No, but if it's such an easy upload, then why not do it?
Yeah, that's what I was saying.
There has to be something in the way for them to like not be able to do it like that. Because it's not like they're recoding Netflix.
Hmm.
Well, I don't know.
Same
Like,
thing with themes, man. Same thing with themes and icons.
Mm.
I'm be real. I'm pretty upset how we don't have any Fire Emblem or Pokemon like icons yet.
What do you?
Exactly.
Oh, I thought you meant games. I was like, what do you mean? 3 houses is everyone talking about? Like, oh wait, you meant icons.
I'm not playing
But
games that represent
actually,
certain
Fire Emblem is one of the biggest selling Nintendo games that out there. But like, I'm just saying, where are the Fire Emblem icons?
yeah,
at?
that is kind of weird
Yeah, that's true.
that they don't have Fire Emblem. For them to have
It's crazy
fucking
that
add
they
on
didn't copy and
Fire
paste
Emblem
the
characters
Smash
in
icon.
Smash.
Actually,
Freaking
the second
arms.
Violet,
We have
Roy.
freaking arms.
Mhm.
No Fire Emblem or Pokemon.
I told
That
you.
is-
Look, I told y'all a long time ago that Nintendo is lazy. All right, they come they coattailing off of somebody's idea or concept for the Switch. Them boys sitting over there counting all this money. They ain't got time to make any new updates hardly.
No,
They
but
just
the
don't
thing
listen
is
to the
that
fans.
they can legit afford to like not give us what we want because no matter what, we're still buying their Switches. We're still on the Switch right now.
Hold
I
on,
literally
hold on,
have
hold on,
Rocket
hold
League
on.
loaded up right now.
Home
the
screen
Switch
loaded
were,
up.
like,
Huh?
the Switch- I mean, the Switch had a horrible launch, but like they still they didn't have like themes and stuff. They didn't. I don't think they had like people weren't asking for that like when the Switch first came out, but like now that the Switch is like really popular, they don't really have to do anything but just sit back and watch it sell.
Was it
Alright,
only Breath
so-
for a while?
Like,
When
my
the Switch-
whole problem is this. Okay, they updated the game, some weeks ago, right? Okay, they added some new icon. I was like, oh, did they finally add some Pokemon Fire Emblem icon? No, they added more Animal Crossing icons. I was like, excuse me?
Bro, because Animal Crossing's that wave right now. What's wrong with you?
No, but like, what happened when Fire Emblem first came out on Pokemon? Did they add new icons? No.
That's because that wasn't that wave right there, my boy. That's not that wave.
I mean, Fire Emblem sold well. It just didn't sell as well as
Pokemon was a
it didn't
No,
sell-
you wanna know why? It's because it's Intelligent Systems and Game Freak.
Everyone's still waiting
yeah,
for the
you're right,
DLC for
you're right.
Pokemon.
Bro, Pokemon been
Yeah.
done fell off, nigga. My boy, I'm sorry.
No,
Y'all,
they still make.
It's supposed to release next month, and we know
Like
nothing
literally,
about
they
it.
fell out after 3DS.
Alpha Dream sure as fail.
bro, like
Yeah,
so
Pokemon
many.
didn't
They
fall
got
off,
so
and I'm
much
about to play it.
bad pub over them
Yeah, I'm
not
about to play it.
having all these features, and then like there's all these bugs and stuff that people are exploiting and online and stuff in Pokemon. Bro, Pokemon, nah, that's not it, my boy. But bro,
I heard
I like doing
Pokemon.
group raids. That's
I
fun.
heard Pokemon's the second best-selling game right now.
well, it's
Well, I
because
think
it's
that was more-
Pokemon. I
think that was
mean,
more because it was a-
look at Sonic, my boy. It's Sonic.
No, that's
Sonic is gonna sell.
You're talking about Sonic Forces?
Wait a minute. that's
No,
not even-
like I want y'all to
Not
understand
right,
this.
that's not true.
This is why Pokemon is still the second best selling game on the Switch. It's Pokemon. You can slap Pokemon on anything, it'll sell. It doesn't matter if it's
You do the same
snap a
thing for
picture of
Mario.
Pikachu. They're gonna sell Pokemon because it's
Yeah, that's what I'm
Pokemon.
saying. It's just
That's
franchise stuff.
But like that's why that people that like Sega's been exploiting Sonic for the longest. They're like, oh, we'll just slap Sonic on it and people will buy it. And bro, they
Giving
like
them
criminally
garbage
they like
games.
steal money from the Sonic
of
fans.
Of course, if they made like actual quality, like if Sonic Forces was actually good, it would sell more. But, I mean,
This
yeah,
man
but, I
came
mean,
for
they-
this.
I guess they
Mario
figured they
Bros.
would just, like,
Bros. The
okay,
Toilet
honestly,
Canyon.
I just want to do a quick check, honestly, with Sega.
Look, I'm gonna give a hot take. Odyssey overrated. All right, I'm saying.
Odyssey is trash.
Nah, Odyssey is overrated, my boy. They ain't no hot take. That's colder. That's colder than that iced tea in the summer day, my boy.
Those
I'll put
carry
Magic
all
3
the
over Odyssey.
People be saying
I
how
said.
Odyssey was so good, but I
I
was
said
like,
this
bro,
It
it's
wasn't.
definitely not a good
Zelda
game.
is carrying the Nintendo Switch right now. I feel like their
I
first
said this
party game.
before, but Sega's only two main focus games are Sonic and Yakuza. Those are the two main focuses.
They
Bro,
mainly
you know
focus
what's
on
wild?
Yakuza right now.
You know
They
what's
don't care
wild?
about Sonic?
It's- Since
They don't care about
Sonic
Sonic?
is such a focus for Sega, it's so strange how the games continuously to come out as trash. That's the strangest thing ever.
I know.
How can you
Alright, guys,
on
What
the
happens
game
at
series
all
and
good?
it's
But wait, then they make a fan. Then a fan team comes out. Then they make it good. But the actual team can just screws it up.
Yeah, they're hiring the people that
Exactly.
made the fan made games to their
No, they're not.
team.
No,
They
they're
were
not.
they?
They did not.
They didn't. I thought a
They
few
did
people
not.
that
No,
that
they
had
did
made
not.
fan made games.
No,
were on the
they
team.
didn't. No, they didn't.
Dang, this
They
man
did
Taylor
not.
lied to me then.
Bro.
Who
Yeah,
made
Taylor
these
doesn't know
games?
anything about Sonic.
Did
Taylor's a
Sonic
big
make
fan.
Sonic Mania then?
No, they did not hire anyone. They did not hire any fans.
Yeah, they
did
just
not.
made it, right?
They hired
Sonic
random people to work on Sonic Forces. They have never worked on Sonic Forces a day in their life.
No, I was talking about Sonic Mania. Like who worked on there? Was it just Sega or was it?
That was straight up fans.
Yeah, that was a fan
Yeah,
game.
yeah,
That's what I meant.
Here's the thing. Here's the thing with Sonic Mania. Sega did not allow them to actually make an original game. The fans that worked on Sonic Mania had a completely redone story for the game. And when they presented it to Sega, Sega said, no, we only want you to add levels that we've seen before. That's why Sonic Mania is not the best Sonic game of all time.
Like Sonic Mania.
I like Sonic Mania.
Yakuza, they would have put gas because Yakuza is just all the time random.
That's why it had less original levels.
Exactly.
You know,
I'm gonna call
be
right now.
real.
Let me call right now.
For saying
In the
that
next-
Pretty good rating.
Bro, I'm gonna have to be real. All the developer most of the developer kind of lazy now. I'm sorry, but
Can I-
I'm just gonna be
Can I
honest.
take a prediction for the
Yeah,
next
bro.
Sonic?
Indie games is where it's at.
Yeah, that's the wave right now, my boy. If you want
Bro, we
original
playing
games,
Streets of Rage.
Whatever
The
they
thing with
want.
indie games, the thing with indie games is they literally have to make good quality stuff for them to get paid. Because if they don't make quality games, then they literally don't get paid.
Wow, Nintendo, they could just throw in any type of game. They'd be good.
Yeah, that's what I don't like about like.
I'm
big-
gonna go on
Air
3DS.
hockey.
Game Freak.
I can make money
this is the best
Yeah,
game.
Like Odyssey could have been a whole lot better. They actually like change a few things.
But I mean,
Hold on.
could've
You know what's
been-
crazy about Super Mario Odyssey? Though?
It's
trash.
short.
There are some of the original Sonic developers went to Mario Odyssey. They also went to Breath of the Wild. So that's why
why
those
it's-
games are so good.
Mm.
Do you guys remember when they called Super Lucky's Tales the Super Mario Odyssey ripoff?
What?
I don't know what game that is.
What the?
You don't know what Super Lucky's Tales is? It's a platformer by Microsoft, and IGN basically called it a ripoff of Super Mario Odyssey.
I think I've seen that game.
They basically compared Super Lucky Steals to Super Mario Odyssey, and they got a lot of backlash for that.
Mm.
Well, this is other game.
That means Usagi works at IGN.
I don't work for IGN because I don't plagiarize other people's work.
Look, a lot
Hey,
of
that was
fan
only
games are
one
better
D.
than
That was only
some of
one
the
D.
actual games.
There's this new game that's coming out. It's called Genshin Impact. And the first
I've
thing
heard
I
of that.
saw, when I first saw it, I was like, that's Breath of the Wild. It's literally a Breath of the Wild reskin. But
I know what you're talking
it does
about.
have some interesting mechanics in it that deters it from Breath of the Wild. The base gameplay, like when you first look at it, it's gonna scream Breath of the Wild.
Well, I mean, as long as it's like a good game and it sort of like breathes a bit of fresh life, I'm fine with it. If it's just a blatant ripoff and it's just straight up trash, then I'm like, what are you doing?
I'll play.
He's like, I'll play.
I'm not gonna buy it.
So I got one
I play
question.
trash games all the time.
Ninja is
There
just
have
a
been games that
ripoff.
like
That's all
no,
it is.
Wait,
Look,
Ninja
I'm gonna be
also
real.
ripoff, huh?
Yes, it's a ripoff of Gunslinger Stratos. Don't argue me for that.
I don't know. I don't even know what that game is.
So
It's a game. It's a
how
game
known is that
by
game?
Square Enix.
Okay, but answer this. How known is that game?
Not that well known because people don't do their
Alright,
research.
then it's garbage. Ninja.
Oh, man, that's funny.
Can we
Everything. That is judgmental.
I'm gonna go off a topic. Can we get like a
I mean,
new
there are
well
a few
known.
underrated games though.
I'm gonna need a new
The
Mario.
thing
I
is,
just haven't heard of
if it's not well known, then I could get people into the game. But still, you're basing everything on popularity.
I mean, that's
I
the
mean,
same thing with Monster Hunter. Monster Hunter wasn't well known until the Worlds came out, and then everyone started flocking to it. I was like, dang.
The World was the one on PC.
The Monster World has been known for a minute.
Well, it's been known for like
I know about
since
Monster Hunter.
once World came out, it got a crap ton of new people.
No, but
That
here's the
is
thing.
true.
Here's
Is
the
World the
thing.
one on PC?
Already big in Japan.
Yeah, Monster Hunter World.
Already big in Japan compared to the West.
All right, so let me get one last anecdote from Game for Days in, and then we're gonna switch gears to Animal Crossing. That man said, in his opinion, Sega should sell Sonic, but y'all know that this probably is not gonna happen, right?
No, they're
Not
gonna.
gonna
Pretty
happen.
much.
They're
Not
gonna
gonna
have
happen.
Sonic forever. So.
If they
I'd say
Sonic,
sell it to Nintendo because they can do better stuff.
No,
if they sell Sonic, then they go bankrupt.
No, don't do that.
No. They also have Sakura Tyson.
No,
They also have Sakura
I
Tyson.
feel like what they need to do, they
Sakura
can keep
Tyson.
Sonic, but like they really need to get some advice from the fans. Because I'm be real, it just.
Dude, if they sell Sonic, they go bankrupt.
Like,
That's
imagine
straight
they
up.
made
You realize
KJP.
Sonic's not big in
Like,
Japan at all. It's only big in the West.
Imagine
He's
they
not
made
big
KJP.
anymore in Japan.
Yeah, but I'm
Imagine
just saying it's not big anymore in Japan. But like the main properties in Sega Japan are Sakura Tyson, Fantasy Star Online, Yakuza. Those are some of the big IPs in Japan.
Alright, so here's the thing. Imagine
Why
that
is it
KJP,
so
he go up to Sega, he gonna be like, alright, I'm gonna work with y'all with one Sonic game. Y'all better not mess up, all y'all get slapped.
That would be
Man.
facts. I would be Disney in that situation.
We're gonna sell Sonic to Disney.
No, that's
No.
not what I'm saying.
No, they're gonna
I need someone to take and not get the rest.
Disney would take that real quick.
Disney be like, yo, let's make this hedgehog sing.
They're gonna make Amy into a Disney princess.
You freaking see Sonic in Star Wars.
Oh no.
Nah, but do you
Sonic
know
and
how
Kingdom
Walt,
Hearts.
What
you
was
know
it
how
again?
Walt Disney
Sonic would be
treated
in
his
Kingdom Hearts.
employees though?
No.
Oh man, that's a story. That's a story for another time though.
Oh, we're gonna do this in a podcast, my boy. We writing down the Walt Disney, the true story, my boy. I wrote that down already.
That's a story.
All right. So
it's one thing I hate when it comes to Sonic games is that I feel like most of them, I just don't feel fun playing. Like when I play Unleashed, yeah, them games were fun. But then when I play other games, yeah, I may have not played Sonic Forces, but just from looking at it, I can already tell I will get bored. Like, I can already tell, because I see my cousin Switch. He had like what 50
Sonic?
games on his Switch.
Baller.
Sonic Forces, a new
Yeah,
game.
he
What's
got a lot
been
of
a
games.
big spit on the face for Sega fans because they basically killed all the other franchises that were represented in the game except for Persona.
Yeah,
Wake up,
man,
Persona.
that made me sad. No, not Super Monkey Ball though. Well, I can't really say
No,
that.
but here's the
Super
thing:
Monkey
people
Ball.
still didn't like the new Super Monkey Ball game. It still got mixed reviews.
Is it
They
not
put
good?
classic Sonic in it. That's
I mean,
garbage.
they remastered
Like,
a okay Wii game. That's what they did.
You gotta give me
Instead
some
of
classic
remastering
Sonic.
1 and 2, they decided to remaster a game that got mixed reviews on the Wii.
Oh.
I wonder how everybody gonna feel about when they actually release Metroid, that if they even comes out.
Oh, we ain't talking about Metro right now. We
hyped.
talking about that wave, Animal Crossing New Horizons. Well, that's that wave, my boy.
I
So,
like PKG.
for
I
a
haven't
few
seen you in this
tentacles,
place in forever.
I
Where
got a
have you
few
been?
tentacles that I want to talk about when it comes to Animal Crossing New Horizons. So, first thing I want to talk
Daniel's favorite
about
game.
is the sales. It's the fastest selling game on the Switch in like a couple of months of it being out.
Of course, it's Animal
I'm
Crossing.
sorry, but like
Oh, yeah.
people. Okay, maybe it's just me, but I did. What Dane said, people saying that they like new Leaf over Horizon. I ain't gonna lie. He actually telling the truth, cause I be going on Twitter every day. People be complaining. I'm like, oh my goodness gracious.
Well, I mean, everyone's gonna complain when the new game comes out. That's just how it happens.
I didn't complain when Breath of the Wild came out, my boy.
I mean, even if it's good, it's people. There's bound to be a group of people that's gonna, try to find flaws in the game.
Well, you
I
know
mean,
what? The main flaw that I have is
those are the people. The people that try to find
I mean,
flaws.
he's not
Maybe that's
wrong.
very small,
When games like Sekiro release, people complain how it's too hard. So there is something to complain about for everything when it comes out.
I mean, if you complain that a
but
game
that's
is
just
too hard, then that
petty
just means you gotta get good.
Americans made.
Yeah, you gotta get good, but
yeah,
That game is too hard.
Oh, that man Game for Days brought up another tip. He said New Horizons has sold more than every
Yeah,
kind of
I
Animal Crossing
see
game
that.
combined.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah,
but-
because
That's because
Yeah, I'm so new.
Hungry for
So-
Animal Crossing.
So they doing
So
something. They doing something right, my boy.
part of it
No,
is that
it did. Animal Crossing did came out at a perfect time when COVID-19 came out, technically.
That's kind of why he's boosting up the sales.
Well, hey, wait! This man Frank is on that deep conspiracy, bro. What if Japan is behind the COVID-19, my boy?
No, this is not freaking Resident Evil.
It was announced
Stop.
before
It's
COVID-19
their Umbrella Corp.
actually-
Umbrella Corp.
Them boys
Wait a
is
minute,
like,
this is Resident Evil.
them boys is like, we're getting ready to release Animal Crossing New
Hold on,
Horizons.
let me go defeat Nemesis a few times real quick. I'll be right back. I'm gonna get the freaking vaccine for the city explode.
You better not get shot by that flamethrower.
Freaking G virus.
That's another topic I forgot to bring up.
What's
the
that?
freaking vaccine from COVID-19.
What was that?
What about it? I mean, there is none.
Like, I don't know. I was listening on the radio. Like, they got a vaccine for it.
Mm.
I mean, they have.
There ain't no cure for COVID-19.
No, the thing with it is that they have like sort of things that might work, but they're scared that if they mass drop it to all these people and like it ends up like failing, then like all those people are legit gonna die. Like I think they have like 2 or
bleach.
3.
Mm-hmm.
They have, like, 2 or 3,
Injecting bleach, injecting disinfectants.
Bleach.
Bro, when you said that, I
Man with
flipped.
bleach.
Bro, we got the president of the United States telling people to inject disinfectants into
And people in
to
New
your
York are
bloodstream.
actually doing it.
Yeah,
They're
people have actually done
Yeah,
it.
people are actually
He's
doing
trying to actually get people killed.
Mm. I
And
mean,
then
natural
I-
selection, but my boy, when they believe, when the leader of the free world is like, y'all, I got that cure for y'all.
Yeah,
Y'all
please
just
don't
gonna need to
disinfect
inject
it.
this
I know.
disinfectant into your bloodstream.
Y'all know
There's
somebody
more
told me
cases
that
of UV
one of their
light,
friends,
bro.
Like, I know somebody told me that one of their friends got coronavirus like 3 times.
Mm.
Ah, okay. Oh,
There's
yeah.
more cases
I mean,
of
you can
UV
re-get
light,
the
bro.
virus.
I was gonna
It's
say,
not once you're cured of it, you don't get it again.
Yeah.
You gotta
Yeah,
practice.
it's not a cold.
bro, those viruses evolve though. They mutate and stuff. So
Yeah,
they
there's
mutate based on
there's
that's
3
what's so
different
weird.
kinds of coronavirus in the world.
There's a lot more than that.
There's
like,
A, B, and C right now.
bro, that man was trying to catch them all. It sounded like he was he got coronavirus 3 times.
Oh yeah, like should I talk about the Animal Crossing thing, like.
Oh yeah, do you know anything about these updates, my boy? What's the next updates coming through?
This guy named Ninji, he's code like he's a source code breaker. Has figured out in the source data saying there'll be like farming in the game. One of the days is farming, which will add farming, which is tomato, wheat, sugarcane, potato, carrots, and
It's about time.
Bro, Minecraft, Animal Crossing New Horizons edition, my boy. Let's go. Let's go.
The root.
Yeah, they should add more fruit.
There's also hints that the root will be in the game since some of the villagers actually reference Brewster.
Are you talking about the coffee places coming back, my boy?
Maybe.
Let's go.
Let's go, motherfucker.
Yeah, now Daniel, see, yeah, now look, we about to get some coffee in the game now. Well, tell me where Minecraft got some coffee in it, huh?
Cocoa beans, ketchup.
There ain't no coffee in there, my boy.
Yes, cocoa beans.
Bro, I'm about to hit up the roost every day. Give me a cup, my boy.
Well, you can't make coffee, but there's still cocoa beans.
Oh, I did remember you can make coffee.
Watching Minecraft's about to come out with the update for that man said I need a coffin in Animal Crossing. Right, my boy, I need one. About to get in.
They should add more fruit because like New Leaf had a lot of other fruit.
Yeah, New Leaf had like
dragon
oranges, not oranges, lemons and crap.
Yeah, lemons, bananas, durians. I think.
Oh, they about to add. They about to add. It's gonna be an update.
Okay, should I continue my talk?
Yeah, I would like to add the mini game island back.
Yeah, those were dope.
This man said, "Let me kill people in Animal Crossing. Get out of here, Billy."
I wish you could.
Like as much as Daniel is kind of right, New Leaf is kind of has more features, but like
That's what I'm hearing. Everyone said New Leaf has pretty much everything.
It's not like it's not gonna ever have new features. They can
they can update.
They can do free DLCs.
Updates, my boy.
But that's the thing. How many updates are you willing to do and compromise so much space?
I mean, with updates, you get.
Bro, Animal Crossing ain't that big.
Not yet.
Every time.
But it's Nintendo, my boy. Their games are never like gigantic.
Yeah, he's
every
not wrong.
time they do an update, every time they do a DLC, you get more people coming back to the game, and then you get more people.
Yeah, they trying to make this game last, my boy.
So yeah, that's why they're spacing them out.
They strategizing, my boy. They got them tactics.
No, not to say New Horizon, but I like New Horizon, but like, it's still.
I mean, right now, New Leaf is the better game, but eventually, New Horizon's going to get up there.
They'll probably add something to make.
In terms of sales, then New Horizon's the best, but
yeah.
All right, so let's. Well, I didn't hit.
More stuff actually.
What else we got, Frank?
There's also the museum will have a gift shop. That's that also. It's kind of like the museum second floor in New Leaf.
Gift shop?
Gift shop? That sounds like some Wispy Jim type of stuff.
Huh?
So wait, what was in the gift shops in New Leaf?
It's more with like some museum stuff, like the flooring, the wall, the silver tools actually, like the shovel, the fishing rod, the net. That's in there also.
You could get a net. You could get a net in Nook's Cranny in New Leaf.
Yeah, but you get the silver net.
Oh, I know what you're talking about then.
The silver form, not the regular.
Okay.
And of course, the final thing is the Dream Suite, which is pretty much a offline island.
Oh, you talk about the thing where you can travel to other people's town, like, and they have their own code.
Yes.
Dang, you're bringing that back? Hell yeah!
The Dream Realm thing.
Yeah.
Oh, that was dope.
So this is all from the like a data miner, like.
I mean, if it's data mine, then it's most likely true.
Hell yeah!
You can't really hide updates if you already have.
I mean, we had data mine for other games in the past that were never true.
Oh, FYI, Game for Days, all of Arms' DLC was free, my boy. We didn't have to pay anything for Arms DLC because who was going to pay for it in the first place?
Yeah, nobody.
Okay, I like this. I just want to say, I know we're talking about Animal Crossing. I swear, my joke came true. There's an Arms character come to Smash. I was joking.
Bro, and it literally happened. You see what happened when you be playing around trolling? Somebody's out there listening. Bro, that man Sakurai had his ears. He was like, your whole house is bugged, Alex 2.0. That man sitting there, he's like,
I'm not gonna lie. I was actually praying for a good character for June, but Nintendo just slapped me in the face with Arms and said no.
arms. Oh,
I'm never
hey,
gonna joke about Nintendo again. I'm sorry, Nintendo. Please don't do this
Bro,
to
but
me.
like,
hey,
but you do realize that they did that man Springman wrong though.
you are this is
I mean,
They
how did they do him
they,
wrong?
game.
Wait, how did they do him wrong? How?
they made him an assist trophy. They did that man dirty.
That is
That
pretty
is
funny
not-
though.
Bro,
Famous IPs, and you gonna make him an
That's like
assist
the only
trophy?
representation that we've had. It's really
The assist trophies don't get deconfirmed. That's just a stupid fan rule.
Mate,
That,
no,
that,
I
would be
didn't say
really
anything
weird
about
if you're
rules.
playing
They
if
still
you're
did
playing
him
as Springman.
dirty.
You
Make
gotta
him
get
an
It's
assist
very
My
trophy.
favorite character, but he's in the final smash. What
Calm
are you talking
down.
about?
The Final Smash is different though. It's a Final
No,
Smash.
it's not. It's not.
Well,
Oh
it
my
is.
god.
It's a Final Smash. It lasts like 2 seconds.
It doesn't. All right, two seconds. It lasts like 5 or 10, depending.
Okay,
bro,
time out.
hey,
10
Rose.
Who's Final Smash?
I
wanna know.
No, Final Smash, bro. They made it so
test out
it's
everybody.
shorter. They made it so like all the Final Smashes are like super short now.
Bro, my final smash lasts 10 seconds and I go right to sleep after that.
10 seconds.
Bruh.
So hold up, is the Final Smash over? Nah, okay, I'm going back bed.
Alright, good night, guys.
I go back bed.
Two man's playing Pacify.
It's a bedtime already? Porter's like, hey, someone has their final smash? Bedtime already?
Gone.
Well,
Well,
that's
that's
it
like-
for Animal Crossing for me. So
Oh, let's talk about this. This last thing. This is where we're going to end the discussion with, my boys. Let's talk about people paying real money for Animal Crossing characters.
Oh man, we gotta get Roy in here. We gotta get Roy in here.
Bro,
No.
bro,
Are we
what?
talking
Okay,
about the
Alex
evil cat
2.0,
now?
the floor is yours, my boy. Come on, give me that rant right now. We need a good rant to go on off of this, my boy.
Are you talking about evil cat?
Yes.
Fuck that cat, man. People are paying real fucking money. This is gonna get very dirty, by the way. Sorry. We get real fucking money for an NPC. Oh my god, he's so cute. He's fucking new. Why the fuck do you want fucking overhyping him?
The character in my icon, to be specific, is who they're overhyping.
Bro, is he one of the new icons on the Switch home menu?
No,
People
Damn,
bring that
I was
up
about
new
to, I was about to
icons.
troll the hell out of Alex 2.0 and put that shit on my fucking.
No.
Please
No, he's
don't
just
do
one of
that.
them.
Please don't do that. I'm really sick of people like, oh my god, he's so cute and I'm made of. Like, you're fucking disgusting.
Bro, but why are these people spending money on Animal Crossing characters in general?
Quote-unquote rare villager.
Because they're furries.
Bro, I don't care how rare the villager is.
It's selling that much because it's rare. Like, if you were to go on eBay like a few weeks ago, it would be selling for $114 to $500.
That's true. I think I fucking know why. Because they don't have the cards. They don't want to fucking. They don't have the card. That's probably why.
Mm. Oh, those cards you can get you can like basically select which villagers you want in your town.
I have a few of them. I just don't care about the cat.
We don't care for
Yeah,
Rayman.
bro, Roy has the cat. He's about to sell that man for like $300.
This man gave for days. If I could live by myself on the island and still get what the villagers give me, then I would.
I gotta go to Roy's Island and get the shotgun out. Hold on.
I probably will visit. I'm probably.
What? Purple?
Wait, what did you say?
I lost my IQ.
Yeah, don't spend money on a villager. That's considered slavery.
Did you just say like?
Bro, they got that peanut. They putting them peanut oil on them Animal Crossing characters, y'all, my boy. They got them shiny and everything.
PETA's ignoring selling for villagers being sold on eBay. PETA needs to step up on this. This is slavery.
I don't understand why people
buy burgers though. We buy burgers. What do you mean?
I don't understand why people want to fucking pay for a character, or they're obsessed with this one cat that looks like hipster thought.
Bro, I'm still like gobsmacked that people are spending money, my boy.
They just don't want to look for him. They literally just like, yo, I need Rayman right now. Give me all the money you want.
But like, bro, what does he add to your game? Like, other than you can
Other
say
than he's the only thing that he adds is being a smug villager.
exactly. I was like, do you get better? Do you get better items from him or something? I mean,
He's just a villager. It's
Bro.
just so retarded. There are better villagers out there than freaking Ethos Cat.
Like Stitches. Stitches is a good character.
I like
Yeah, we'll
Stitches.
get in there. I mean, yeah, Stitches is a good character. He's a talking fucking teddy bear.
I got one in real life.
I told the bear with the pink fur or no?
No, we're talking about the bear.
No.
We're talking about the orange bear.
Oh, okay.
I'm in a podcast still.
Stitch eyes. Basically, the eyes are stitched.
Interesting and terrifying.
Yeah.
Stitches.
Yeah, look at the fucking teddy bear, that's all it is. And I made the joke I was just sad.
I don't get why people just want to pay for a character. Why? If you really want the character, then just go on an island. Don't fucking pay for it. And plus, like, people are obsessed with that one character. I swear, Daniel would know. There's one person in Daniel's Discord that literally called us nerds, and we're like, yo, you're calling us smart for not.
We're calling us smart.
No, I'm just. It's just the fact that people get horny for Animal Crossing characters, and it's whatever.
Yeah, like
it's actually disgusting.
Bro, wait. Who's out here? Bro, I cannot see this.
What do you mean, RM? There's like a whole like fandom over Animal Crossing characters, dude.
Yeah, exactly. There's a whole fandom over Animal Crossing.
We live on planet. We live in a society, my guy.
Bro, wait.
Solo.
How do they sexualize the Animal Crossing characters though? That's
They
what.
either give them big ass
Rule
cheeks.
34. 13
Or they talk about Rayman all the time. They talk about Rayman in a maid dress all the time.
So, they're just gonna go a pen and just start drawing. There they go.
I like my villagers too, but I don't like them in the weird way.
Same here.
Bro, people are sick, my boy. What is going on in 2020, my guy?
They always want to make Rayman wear a maid outfit, and they get really aroused by it.
I think this person was on today where he's like, I got Rayman, you guys are jealous. I will say this. I'm fine with the people I have. Go fuck off.
Yeah, I would say the same thing too.
Bro, that's some crazy stuff to me. Even as we talk about it, I can't wrap my head around this. But like as we're getting ready to close up the thing, my boys. Let's talk about some subjects for the next time. Like that man KJC brought up a good one. The Walt Disney, the true story. Because I want to hear some more. I'm gonna have to look into this too myself about how this man really treated his employees.
Also,
I want to hear that too.
Person the server is. That's the next topic.
What?
Who's the richest person in the
Oh
server?
yeah, the richest person. Yeah, we gotta have that discussion.
We don't even need to talk about that. We already know
Warren's
that
the
Daniel
richest
is the richest. We've already confirmed that.
It's not me.
It's Daniel, my boy.
No, it's RM Porter.
Oh yeah, I forgot. Well, so is it Justin or is it Daniel?
Yeah, Justin, because his dad's a model. His dad's a model.
If you have a family, if you're the father of a family, then you don't count. you gotta pay bills and all that crap.
RM Porter is rich. RM Porter is rich because he makes a rap for a living.
No, but Justin got a Switch out of PS4 on the exact same month. He got PS4 and a Switch the exact same month. He's rich.
Question?
Also Crash too. He also got Crash in the same month.
Delicious.
He's rich.
Yeah, he's rich.
All right, so anybody got anything else? If y'all see anything like during the week or anything, y'all just like at me.
No, I had a topic that no one let me finish.
What was it?
Go ahead.
Okay, so a woman in Florida showed up to a McDonald's with no mask, so they wouldn't serve her. So the employees couldn't serve her, right? So it was closing time, right? And later on, the woman showed up again. It was all like, but the thing is, the store was closed, but she got in somehow. And then they were like, "Hey, you have to leave. You can't get in. We're closing." And then she said, "Oh, okay, that's cool." She comes back again with a Glock and starts shooting up the place.
What?
No,
Anyone
you're
died?
not-
Anyone
you're
died?
Bro.
No one died. A few people got injured. The manager got shot in the arm, but a few people got injured. That was it.
She
Bro.
really wanted her food.
Hey,
Right?
yo.
It's like, come on, Chloe, you gonna come back at closing time? Like, what?
Why couldn't she go to a different place like Chick-fil-A or something?
And her
right?
name, I forgot her name. I think it was. I think her name was.
Freaking McDonald's.
I think her name was. I think it was like.
Valium?
No, it was like. It was something Woody. I think it was
Woody?
Alicia Woody.
Yo, we got.
Her name was
Yeah.
Fellatio Woody.
No. But now this is the fun part. This is the fun part. Let's play. No, this is the fun part. Let's guess what race it is.
Oh my god.
American.
No. Yo, Aaron, you want to guess that race?
You better not be black first.
I'm telling you.
Bro, we're trying to break into McDonald's.
Yeah.
They're American. Americans love McDonald's.
Well, we seen a black lady naked running up to a building and slapping on the window, so.
Wait, what?
Alright, okay.
We're gonna bypass that. We ain't gonna talk about that in this particular, but we can bring up some crazy shit.
I want to see this.
Aaron's banking off black. What about you, Bryce?
Huh?
What about you, Bryce? Guess what race it is?
I'm gonna guess white.
Okay. What about you, KJC?
She can't be black, bro. I don't care what race it is. She can't be black.
Alright. Okay. What about you, Purple?
Asian? I'm just guessing. Asian.
You said Jamaican?
No, he said Asian.
Oh, okay. Alright. What about you, Sagi?
American.
All of y'all are wrong and got it right.
Who?
Arm got it right. She was black.
I need to go back.
I told y'all you can't like in 2020, my boy, black people would have been like, this can't be a black person. Bro, but like after I saw that video that Bryce sent me of the black lady pounding on the window of the building, butt ass naked, and I was like, bro, I cannot believe what I'm seeing. I thought it was like National Geographic or some shit. I was like, bro, what is this lady running?
I just have a question. Why the fuck did she shoot them?
Have y'all seen the video of the cop? Have y'all seen the video of the cop body slamming the woman in Walmart for not wearing
What?
No.
Oh my god, are y'all serious? Hold up, I'm putting in content corner.
Bro, how do y'all keep?
It's in content corner right now.
Body
It's in content corner.
Yo,
She wasn't
hey.
wearing a mask, so a cop pulled up.
So I wrote down the Florida lady with no mask thing, and we got to put in other crazy stories that we done seen, because if we're gonna talk about all these stories, my boys, but we're gonna leave them for the next podcast. I like doing these. We need to try to make this more frequent. If we can try to do it more often, maybe like twice a month, once a week, or something like that. Just as we find topics or something, if we get enough of them together and we have time, we'll have to get in here and chit chat, you guys.
I already have a topic for next month, which is about like the events that happened like the week E3 was supposed to happen.
That cop
That's like
body
one
slammed her, my guy. It's in content corner if anyone wants to watch it.
That's one topic I have for next month.
That man did not need to body
That's where
slam.
Billy lives.
Wait, so what was the thing that you said, Usagi?
Basically, like the digital events that were happening just because E3 got canceled.
So basically, like kind of like after they kind of have come out, we kind of talk about them, or what?
Yeah.
Okay.
Especially like on the Smash Bros stuff too, because they're gonna talk about that next month.
All right, I wrote it down. Cool.
Yeah, Smash Bros.
Piece of paper.
Microsoft, because we're gonna talk about more about the Xbox Series X. Oh yeah, I forgot to pick up Xbox Series X this week. I forgot about that. Yakuza 7's coming to Xbox Series X, but for some reason not PlayStation 5. Yeah, that's a game well known for being on PlayStation, yet it's not going to be on PlayStation 5.
It's gonna be a Nintendo Switch.
It's not coming to Nintendo Switch. It
I
flopped
know
on the
that.
Wii. No, Yakuza 1 and 2 flopped on the Wii U in Japan.
I mean, then again, the Wii U was a shitty console. So.
Facts.
Wii was the best console. It was a masterpiece.
Yeah. It was Yakuza.
Bro, the Wii U opened my eyes to a whole new level of gaming. I don't know how close y'all's bathrooms were to y'all's rooms, but my boys, I could take my Wii U gamepad into the bathroom, sit down, and play the game while I was sitting in the bathroom. My boy, it was the first step in evolution towards the Switch, my boys. Now we're full blown Wi-Fi battles in the toilet. My boys, all right. Thank you, Nintendo, for expanding my gaming platform.
The Wii U lied to me. I saw this trailer where Reggie's like, "You can take the Wii U on the go." So I tried taking the Wii U in my car, my mom's car. So I'm like, "All right, I'm ready to go." I'm like, "What the fuck?"
Be on the go.
On the go while we go. That's what I'm talking about right there.
And there's this, please connect the console. Like, you gotta be kidding me.
Your connection to Jesus has been lost. All right, so just want y'all to know.
The only good way of playing your Wii U is on the toilets.
Bro,
That's the Switch. The commercial showed it. Remember?
that sound like it would have been an Etika edit right there, my boys. Playing the Switch on the toilet. Rest in peace to that man too.
That was an actual commercial. They actually showed it in a commercial. I'm not even kidding. There's an actual commercial where they actually do that.
They do what now?
You think Nintendo will never go back to disc? Hey, we can talk about that too.
Well,
I think they're gonna be digital at some point. They're just go straight digital.
I could see that.
Yeah.
That's gonna be hard though, because a lot of there's a good amount of people that like to buy physical stuff.
Nah, BU in 2020 we just gonna go digital, my boy.
I'm one of those people.
Everyone's just gonna buy stuff from Amazon.
Nah, get out of here, digital boys. All right, we catching up to the age.
I'm digital boys, but I mean like, they'll probably lose some money.
We digital boys. We free to play boys. We GTC boys. I mean, come on now. You got to get with the times.
What does GTC even mean?
It's global turf controllers, my boy. That's what it means.
A global turf controller?
Yeah, it was a clan that man Shaolin came up with. So,
cringe.
So it was like a Splatoon. It was a Splatoon clan, my boy.
I thought it was like Get to Cock or something. I don't know.
Bro, get out of here with this gayness. What is this, bro? This man said Get to Cock. Bro, what is this? Yo, this is all right. So look, the podcast went up and came down into flames, burnt to a crisp, got put inside of a urn, and now that man KJC is about to spread the ashes. All right, so yo, we about to end this podcast. This was fun, my boys. We gotta do this, and look at how many people we got in here, my boy. This is a podcast, my boys, right here. We got everybody in here. I just hope I didn't keep y'all up too late, you know, because I know some of y'all still trying to finish up school and whatnot. But in the summer, we're gonna have.
You're fine.
Don't worry, I'm the master procrastinator.
I think that I'm, top tier procrastinator right now.
Oh my god, you are? Oh my god.
Teacher told me he cursed at his teacher.
Yo,
I have no idea what you said, but okay.
All right, so this is what we're gonna do this time. We usually have somebody say "I quit" at the end of this, my boys. Anybody volunteering this week for the "I quit" to end the podcast right here?
You know what? I fucking quit. Goodbye, sir.
That man did too.
There we go.
Oh man, that was funny. All right, boys. Until the next time, y'all stay safe. Y'all know what I was saying. 2020, be smart. Social distance. Wear your mask. Don't eat poop off the streets in Philly. All right, I'm just telling y'all, stay safe.
During the Super Bowl.
Bro, I don't know. The way some people acting up there, they've been doing a little more eating a horse poop than just at the Super Bowl victory
I didn't want
moment.
to hear someone eating shit when I came back.
Bro, them boys won the Super Bowl and went sicko mode right after the Super Bowl win, my boy. But rest in peace, Philly, 2020, my boy. Them boys gonna have to do something different.
We're still Gucci. We're still Gucci a little bit. You know, we might. All right.
Philly boys in the Rocket League tournament. What happened about that, my
boy? Hey! Let us end the podcast here. We don't need that on record.
Yo, Robin came through and killed them boys. She assassinated. Hold up. Yo, I feel...
we didn't verse her. We were spared.
True, they were spared, but y'all came in 4th place.
Boy, them boys...
4th place? But we didn't get demolished by...
Bro, that man Adam and Cruiser got Thanos snapped. Them boys is gone.
We just died a slow death. Adam and they just got demolished.
She went on and used all them Infinity Jewels, and she's like, snap, them boys gone. But yo, we're gonna do this again, my boys. Y'all be on the lookout. I'm gonna keep y'all informed, and as we come with topics, I wrote down some from this one, and we'll start with those as our basis for the next one. But thank y'all guys so much, and I'm gonna try to make sure I get this thing up Monday. So I'll catch y'all guys on the next one. Y'all stay safe. Peace. And
I quit.
Oh man. All right, man. I can't wait till the next one, y'all. Let's get it.